Greetings DigiPeeps young and old. How are we all doing today? We officially did it. 1 week into 2022. Hopefully it's all proven to be a great week for you all so far. This is my first official dose of geek of the new year. Some great stories coming out of the pop culture world, so if you're all ready to do this, then let's get going with the first story. Thor: Love and Thunder. The fourth MCU movie seeing the adventures of Chris Hemsworth Thor, and if you've been keeping up with the news about this movie, Natalie Portman will be making her return as Jane Porter, or as I'm sure many will refer to her after this one, Lady Thor. We have some leaks of the pair and their official looks. First up, Thor, the god of thunder, looks great. His armour looks so refined and the colours just pop. The blue with the gold highlights and the red cape with Stormbreaker by his side. Also notable, a loss of the dad bod he was sporting in Avengers Endgame. Guess we just have to deal with the six-pack abs and the chiseled out body Chris sports every other day. Also, the one I'm sure everyone has been waiting for, Lady Thor. Such a great look, kind of back to basics with a silver breastplate and brown hardy looking leather. Also the helmet, which I really hope will be a mainstay for her character, as I kind of miss that look for Thor in the previous MCU installments. I think the winged helmet deserved a little more than just that quick nod we got in the first Thor film. Also a returning Mjolnir, which was destroyed in the third Thor film, Thor Ragnarok. No explanation as to how the infamous hammer is returning to the MCU, but given that we've opened up the floodgates to time travel and things like the multiverse, I can only assume that's going to have a hand in its resurrection. Second story, and continuing on with Thor news, concept art is great, but it's not as good as seeing the actor up there on the big screen in the full outfit. Tessa Thompson comes in here and gives us our first official look at Valkyrie, and again, such an amazing look. The black and silver work really well for her, and she's also sporting the 6 individual plates going down her chest, which is synonymous with the likes of Thor, Loki, and even Odin. It will be cool to see the Queen of Asgard coming into her own and sporting more of a regal look in her armour. Third story, and one I'm actually getting more excited over the more information that comes out about it. The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson. Official merch is on its way, and of course, new superhero content means new Funko Pops. The first look at these new pop vinyls have been released, giving us a better overall look at the characters from the upcoming movie, and I have to say, they look really good. You of course got the chase variations, which I know are very popular, and some closer looks at the characters in their costumes. I am coming to like the Riddler's look more and more. Nothing fancy, just enough to conceal his identity and look pretty intimidating if you ask me. We then have Catwoman on her bike and Batman in the Batmobile, which I just fell in love with the moment I saw. Again, nothing fancy like the later years that we see in his career, just a tough beast of a car to get from point A to point B. A muscle car that Bruce seems to have chopped up and added one hell of an engine to. And then finally some store exclusives which show off Bruce at different points in the film. As you can see, you have his suit which looks pretty battle damaged, and a winged suit which I'm sure he'll utilise in some fashion to glide over Gotham City. Overall, these have just made me speculate more on the upcoming movie, and has only gotten me more hype for what DC has in store for us. Final story, and a bit of a tribute to Ben Affleck. He has confirmed that his upcoming appearance as Bruce Wayne / Batman will be his last in the Ezra Miller-led Flash DCEU film coming out later this year. Ben Affleck turned heads as he was cast in the 2016 DC film Batman vs Superman, and his run was not without controversy, but overall I think he added his own miss to the Batman character. Some which worked, some that I think a lot of people might agree that did not work. However, one of the things I loved hearing from his run as a Caped Crusader was that he could dress up like Batman for his son, and if that small act for a young Samuel Garner Affleck put a smile on his face, then isn't that what made his time in the costume worth it? I know Ben's Batman has been the Batman my young nephews have grown up on, and now I watch them running around with Batman capes they got from Movie World and masks with one foam rubber batarang they toss around at trees and across the lawn. Anyway, a bitter end, but one I think will be a fitting send-off for Mr. Affleck, as in the end he'll most likely be sharing the screen with Michael Keaton's version of Batman from his 1989 to 1992 run. I mean, how many actors can say that at the end of the day? Okay, well, that was the news coming out of the pop culture world, and some pretty great stories to start off 2022 if you ask me. Let me know what has you most hyped. Leave a comment down below and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.